Before me, things create were none, save things eternal, and eternal I endure. All hope abandon you, enter here.
So let's talk about INFERIUS. You play as the Pilgrim, an unfortunate soul branded with the mark of the INFERIUS. Now your task is to journey into the horrors of the underworld and collect soul cinders. Once you have all the soul cinders that you need, you can then ascend into Purgatory, which is the endgame. So let's uncover the secrets to our game's development, where I'll show you how we got some of our nightmarish creatures and how we plan to combine two different styles of gameplay into one game. So the world of INFERIUS isn't just a setting, it's a character on its own, filled with lore and mystery. A key point of inspiration was the Divine Comedy. We took the concept of the 9 levels of the underworld and we reimagined it through the lens of gothic and cosmic horror. Because the underworld is a character of its own, we've taken a lot of care in crafting a narrative that showcases the horror and the history of this realm. Just as each dominion is a character of its own, so too are the rulers of each dominion add on to that characterization. As the player embarks on their pilgrimage, they will uncover the twisted family dynamics of these primordial deities and the secrets that bind them to the underworld. Our goal is to immerse the player in these character stories, and since our game will function like a roguelike, the player will encounter these characters on multiple occasions. Insight is the key to power, and the more insight the player gains in INFERIUS, the more the player is rewarded through perks and other rare strategy options in our deck building gameplay.
INFERIUS, at its core, is a fusion of genres that pushes the boundaries of traditional gameplay. As the Pilgrim, players explore the underworld in a first-person perspective, making every encounter intensely personal and immersive. But survival isn't just about what you see. It's about making smart decisions quickly, using our custom-built RTS combat system and the deck building mechanics. During combat, players will strategically deploy cards from their acquired deck, each card possessing powerful abilities and attributes. This system allows for deep strategic planning as well as spontaneous tactical decisions, making every battle both a challenge of strategy and a test of skill. Our real-time strategic combat allows cards to be intentionally placed to apply positional effects. An example of this would be an attack from behind, applying a critical strike, or maneuvering away to escape another card's attack range. Roguelike elements ensure that no two runs are the same. The decks, enemies, and dominion layouts change with each playthrough, encouraging experimentation and replayability. Players have the opportunity to fill their deck by acquiring defeated cards. Each creature possessing up to 9 attributes, affecting passive buffs such as range, damage, health, and more, as well as some rare passive attributes such as applying a damage buff to friendly cards in a radius. Players can adapt their playstyle by building different decks and utilizing cards that can either bolster their defense or unleash devastating attacks. The gameplay challenges players to think on their feet and constantly evolve their strategy to navigate the unpredictable environments and formidable boss battles against the rulers of the dominions. Our goal with INFERIUS is to create seamless blend of excitement, fear, and strategic depth, unlike any other gaming experience.
Sound is the unseen narrator of every moment in INFERIUS, guiding the emotional journey of the player through the darkest depths of the underworld. We craft each auditory detail to complement the visual horror scene in the game, ensuring that every footstep, whisper, and melody adds to the haunting atmosphere. Our soundscapes are layered and dynamic, designed to build tension and release it in a way that feels organic to the player's actions and decisions. From the subtle whistle of a breeze in limbo to the snarling creatures of greed, the environmental sounds are as diverse as the dominions themselves. The music in INFERIUS isn't just background. It's an integral part of how the player experiences each world. Each level features a unique musical theme that reflects its peculiar essence and lore, building in intensity and excitement whenever a card battle is begun. Interactive sound design means that the audio reacts to the player's movements and choices, heightening the sense of immersion and unpredictability. Every shriek, growl, and whisper is calculated to enhance the visceral thrill of exploration and combat, making you truly feel immersed in this terrifying world.
Creating the world of INFERIUS demanded an intersection of advanced 3D modeling techniques and artistic creativity. This allowed us to build an environment that feels both ethereal and terrifyingly real. We leveraged the Unreal Engine's latest capabilities to craft environments with dynamic ecosystems. Every element, from the flickering flames in Greed to the misty shadows in Limbo, is reactive and purposeful. Our characters and creatures are brought to life through sophisticated rigging and skinning processes, making them capable of complex, lifelike animations that react dynamically to the player's interactions. We implemented state-of-the-art procedural generation techniques to our levels. This not only enhances replayability, but also ensures that the player's journey through the underworld is unique. To heighten immersion, we integrated advanced audio positioning with 3D spatial sound technology, making it possible for players to hear the subtlest whispers or terrifying roars of creatures lurking behind them. Our lighting system uses ray tracing to render shadows and reflections in real time, which not only enhances visual fidelity, but also adds a layer of suspense as players explore the unknown. And the AI of our creatures is designed with a behavior tree system, allowing them to exhibit nuanced behaviors such as stalking, attacking in packs, or retreating depending on their nature and the player's strategies. By pushing the limits of current technology and artistic expression, we aim to deliver an experience where every scene, every shadow, and every scream holds a story waiting to be uncovered.
In INFERIUS, our vision expands on traditional horror tropes, weaving together dark gothic fantasy with the unsettling vastness of cosmic horror. This fusion aims not to shock, but to immerse you in an atmosphere thick with the dread of the unknown, where the terror stems from what might lurk just beyond sight, and each new reveal is more unsettling than the last. The narrative around the fear of existential unknowns and the insignificance of humanity in the face of higher forces is explored in the game's environment designs. Every element is designed to make the pilgrim and player feel small, and every challenge feel formidable. Our approach to horror is about building tension through the environment and the story. It's about creating a lingering unease that stays with you, prompting you to question what's really happening in the depths of the underworld and seek answers along your journey. We accentuate this haunting atmosphere with music that combines orchestral depth with dissonant, eerie tones, bringing each level to life. Our creative direction is about crafting an experience where the fear of the unknown drives you to explore, discover, and ultimately confront the terrifying beauty of a universe much larger and stranger than imagined. We've poured our hearts into creating a game that not only challenges the player's strategic skills, but also immerses them in a richly crafted world full of mystery and horror. If you're ready to test your skills against the rulers of the underworld and dive deep into a game where every decision matters, INFERIUS is waiting for you.